So it's 8:15 p.m., right? I just got off work. The movie started at 9:25. I gotta drive like about a cool 30 minutes down the road just to get to the city where the movie theater is at. So I get on the road, I get down there. I'm like, yo, I'm kind of hungry though. So I swing by In-N-Out. You know what I'm saying? Swing by In-N-Out. I get me a number one grilled onions, animal style fries with a pink lemonade. Alright? While I'm in the drive-thru lane, I'm like, we don't really be going out like that, right? So I'm like, okay. Since we down here in the city, we might as well get some crumble too. Cause I don't know if y'all know, but just from my experience, the crumble in my city compared to the crumble in the neighboring cities, they're low-key better. And I'm like, yeah, if I'm finna get crumble, I don't mind driving the cool 20, 25, 30 minutes. Anyways, while I'm in the drive-thru, I go on the app. They got everything I need. I ordered. Come to find out, the credit card that I already had in the app was, something that I shouldn't be using because the due date is coming up. I ain't trying to have no fees, any transactions after. Because first it'll be pending. And then once I pay it off, then it'll, actually show up on that account. Then I'll have to pay it off again. So I legit put in a whole new credit card information in the drive-thru line. Thankfully, I was able to get it off. Get my food, get out the parking lot, go straight to the crumble. By this time, it's like, say 9:20, bro. I'm so serious. Say like 9:20, alright? I pull up, get to the crumble, go inside. Oh, order for Alan? Yes, ma'am. Does everything look good? Yes, it does. I grab my box of crumble cookies. I get back in the car, back out, and I drive straight to the movie house. At this point in time, it's probably 9:25. But mind you, this particular movie theater, they dead serious be having like 20, 30 minutes of ads. I don't know how they be doing it. I don't know if it's like certain movies, if it's just this movie house in particular. But at that point in time, I wasn't thinking on that though. I was like, man, it is an anime. So it's like, what other movies would they be advertising, attached to this movie? Demon Slayer already came out, been out. So I'm like, dang, what if, normally it's like 30 minutes of ads. What if this one, it starts right away? So I'm trying my best to eat my food. I'm gonna show you. I know, that shit looks so delicious. I really could go for it right now. Anyways, it's like 9:30. I'm barely getting into my fries. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not finna be able to finish the burger and the fries and get in if, the movie had already started. So I devised a plan. I'm like, what if we sneak In-N-Out into the theater? And that's what we did. What we did was, we took a napkin, right? We wrapped it around, because In-N-Out, they give you a little box. I wrapped it around the box, right? And then the lap mats, I took that, I put that on top as well. Then I took my jacket that was in the back seat, right? I wrapped that over the box, so it's kind of like secure, I also got a pink lemonade though. I'm like, what should I do? I'm really not trying to walk in the movie theater with water, because I also had a water bottle with me. So I did what anyone would do. I pour out the water bottle. I lean out my car, and I carefully pour the pink lemonade into said water bottle. I actually, I only missed a couple drops. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty strategic about it. Anyways, close it up, put that thing in my pocket, because my pockets were pretty deep. Get my food, walk in, get my tickets, show it to the lady. They also gave me stickers. It's a little pochita. I didn't even realize it was pochita. Sweet dreams. But yeah, I gave her my ticket. She was like, oh, that'll be theater right here. Would you also like some stickers? I'm like, hell yeah. So she gave me those, right? I walk into the theater. I find my seat. And I'm like, wow, I legit just snuck a full course meal into the movie theater. So I sit down. Luckily, the ads were still going. That was the first thing I noticed. As I'm walking through, you got the doors, you got the long hallway, and then to the left is like all the seats. You can't really see to your left. I kind of peeked the screen a little bit, and I seen it was ads, and I was like, oh my goodness, thank thee Lord. So I get up to my seat, I sit down, I get to unraveling my contraption. All you hear is crinkling and stuff like that. I take it out, I put it on top of the little tray, I get my water bottle, take it out, put it inside the cup holder, and then I'm just chilling. I'm just waiting for the movie to start, and then it does. And here we get into the review of Chainsaw Man, Reze arc. I want to let you know there will be spoilers. All right. So I'll give you my honest review though, without the spoilers first. A solid 8. Yeah, I haven't seen Demon Slayer, but I did just see a little skit or whatever. Supposedly Demon Slayer did like 650 mil so far, and since its release, Reze arc is currently just at 50 or 60 million at the box office. It still has time to grow, but I wouldn't really know how to compare the two in terms of which is better. But my honest opinion, watching Chainsaw Man season 1 2-3 times, watching this movie, it was a solid 8. If you like season 1, you will enjoy this movie. Now time to get into the spoilers. Starts off, it picks up exactly where episode 1, well, not episode 1, the last episode left off. Denji's in that dream. He wakes up, and Power, she got some stuff going on with her. All right. They take her to Miss Makima. She's like, all right, don't worry, I'm gonna take care of it. And Denji gets settled with the shark fiend. I forgot that dude's name. What is it? Beam? I don't know. Anyways, the shark fiend is like head over heels for Denji. I'm kind of guessing like these, devils, they kind of know of Chainsaw. Like they know more about Denji than Denji knows about Denji. And he's head over heels. He's like, oh, whatever you want, I got you. I swear I'll be a good boy, basically. And so it's just Denji and him, going around, looking for devils to hunt down. And Aki, he gets paired with the Angel Devil. And come to find out, the Angel Devil is the second strongest, second only to, damn, what that nigga name? Kishibe? The dude that was training Denji and Power in the first season. And I was like, really? Anyways, we get to the scene, right? It's raining. It's Denji. The shark fiend don't mind, it's water. Denji runs into a phone booth. Here comes this damsel, comes into said phone booth also. She's laughing. She's like, oh, you're funny. What's your name? Yada, yada, yada. They start to build this connection. And I'm not going to lie, bro. I was falling for it. She's talking about some, hey, you should come see me at my job. I work at a coffee shop. Denji goddamn beat her to the coffee shop. And then we are taking on this, kind of arc where they're building this relationship. They're hanging out. She giving him signals that she clearly wants him. And he's like, dang, whenever I close my eyes, I see Makima and I see Reze. And that's her name, Reze. So then, they kind of get to talking, and she proposes an idea that he should come to her school and she could teach him, how to read and write, because that nigga hasn't even went to school yet. Anyways, they get to the school. It's nighttime. They going over some little lessons. It's like jokey funny though. Then we get to the pool scene. And I'm not gonna lie, I appreciated what Mappa did with this, because Denji and Reze were nude, but they gave Reze like no type of detail on her chest region, and I appreciate that. Looking out for all the freak leaks in a fucking theater. That's the last thing we need. And it was cool. They're in the water swimming and having fun. The music playing. It starts to rain. So they go inside, right? And then we get this cutscene of this weirdo dude with a fucking mohawk and scars. He got the Mr. Terrific build, where he like the size of his face is one color and then like down the middle is like a different color. That's what he's rocking. And apparently he killed some pretty strong devil hunter or whatever, and he has a contract with the what is it? The tsunami? The tycoon devil. And she was like, "Oh, well, how did you kill that dude?" And he was like, "Well, he didn't have any weaknesses. He wouldn't cry for anything. So I found things that would make him cry." He basically kidnapped his wife and his kid. He skinned them alive, showed the devil hunter what he did, and then that's why the devil hunter was like, "Okay, take my life, basically. I got nothing to live for." And so he's gonna apply that same thing in trying to capture Denji. And he has this weird thingy, like there's a lady that looks like he just captured her. She's all beaten up and bloody. She falls over. He looks at her. And then the scene goes to black, and all you hear is just like, like stabbing and stuff like that. So he's probably a serial killer. He's sick in the head. Anyways, he finds out that Denji and Reze are at the school. How? I don't know. Probably the tycoon devil. Yeah. Alright. So he goes in, and Reze is like, "Oh, I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back." On her way back, he meets her in the hallway. And at this point in time, I'm like, "Bro, Denji, where the fuck you at?" He's chasing her through the hallways, trying to slash her. They get up to the roof, right? And it was in this moment where I was like, "Oh, okay." Okay. There's a scene where Reze and the serial killers are on the roof, right? The rain is coming down. And Reze gets this look over her face. At first she was scared, like, "Oh, stay away from me," like helpless. But on top of this roof, like she has like, like the one lazy eye and then the other is like twitching. And I'm like, "Is you good?" And he runs up to her with a knife in hand. She pulls out some type of martial arts, kicks the knife out his hand, turns him over, puts him in a chokehold. They laying down on the ground, right? She choking this nigga out. She just looking up at the sky. And this how I knew she wasn't who she said she fucking was. Bit had the rain coming down, bro. Eyes wide open. Who does that? Who does that? Who does that? It's different when you under the water, like if you in a pool and you open your eyes, like you can see. But it's different to be having the raindrops coming down and you just got your eyes wide open. That's how I knew she was crazy. And then she gets to talking about she choked him out. She killed him, basically. She got up. Oh, and this whole time when she's choking this nigga out, she's singing some fucking Irish, I don't know, Scotland song. It was reminiscent of Sinners. But, it's like that one scene in Beowulf with the lady, she starts to sing like, like, old Viking-ish type melodies. That's what the fuck Reze's singing. And I'm like, where the fuck is you from? I thought you were, born and raised in Japan. I know you're not who you say you are now, but like, you sound like you don't even belong in the country. Anyways, choking this nigga out. She's singing a goddamn lullaby, eyes wide open, raindrops falling, all in us. She get up. She looks down at the water. She's like, "Oh, so it was you, tycoon, that trapped us in this school." Basically hinting at that she knew the tycoon devil was in charge of, all the rain that came down that made him stuck in the high school. And then the tycoon devil's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I forgot what they called her." She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, miss. I didn't know it was you." Yada, yada, yada. So that already gave to me like, oh, so not only is she not helpless, but she's of such caliber that even the tycoon devil has respect for her, calling her miss, apologizing. I was like, yeah, Denji's cooked. Anyways, she goes back. She puts on her act. "Oh, hey, Denji, yada, yada." She doesn't even tell him about the nigga that she just choked up on the roof. Anyways, that scene ends. She's like, "Oh, there's a festival in town. You should come with me." Fast forward, we get to the festival. They get to this nice spot. where they're looking at the fireworks. And she's like, yo, you should run away with me. Then she's like, man, I don't know, public safety, they treat me right. Yada, yada, yada. She's like, oh, it's probably another girl, huh? And he's like, damn, you're right. She goes in and kiss him, right? Tell me why. She bites this nigga tongue off. He goes to try and pull, his chainsaw. She cuts that nigga shit off with a knife, with a blade, with efficiency. Denji on the ground. I'm shocked. I put my seat back because I'm reclining back, right? I'm watching all this, reclining back. As soon as she get to biting my nigga tongue off and cutting his arm off, because I'm like, all right. Now I'm starting to feel for Denji. Like, nigga just trying to find love, bro. He's 16, bro. He a little kid. Here come all these weirdos just trying to fuck with him because they want his heart. Not in that way, but like because of how strong he is. And I'm just like, bro, I low-key was getting upset. But then the animation started to hit. So basically, Reze turns out to be, I think she kissed him again. And then she was going to do something else to him. And then finally, the shark fiend came out of nowhere, saved Denji. She had this choker on this whole time, right? I'm like, okay, that's all right. There's a pin, right? On the side. She gets to, chink, boom. She's the bomb devil. The bomb devil. And I'm like, yo, you know how strong she has to be? Even before I seen her do what even she was able to do. And she's able to do a lot. I was like, wow. We are in for a treat. That's whenever I put my seat back and recline, because I'm like, all right, it's finna get good. It's finna get good. It's finna be devil on devil action, and I'm all here for it. So basically, she gets to chasing Denji and the shark fiend. They go to District 2. Aki's there training with some other dudes. The fiend shows up in time. He's like, yo, there's this crazy lady outside. She's a mom devil. She pulling up. District 2. The big boys in District 2, they pull up. They look at her. They like, yeah, something wrong with her. They get to putting devil works on her, That shit ain't phasing, huh? And, I'm not finna just explain the whole movie. I'll probably stop right here. I'm gonna explain this last scene, and that's gonna be it. There's two guys, right? And then there's the captain, and then there's a head honcho. Alright. So, captain like, yo, whoever kills her, y'all gonna get a promotion, something like that. So the two guys, they step out. They get that. On some errands, they point at her. They got a contract with the mold devil. They put mold all in her stomach and she get to coughing up blood. You think it's over, right? Bitch chopped her head off. Threw that motherfucker in the building. And blew up the whole building with her head. Then her body started running on its own. I'm like, how? Anyways, captain, he got a contract with a fox devil also. He get to fighting. He's almost dead. She's about to put the finishing blow. Head honcho pull up. He also got a contract. Awesome. Go. That is probably one of the hardest I've bro. That shit was so hard, especially in season 1 when Aki first pulled it out. Boom. Oh my god. That shit was so hard. Anyways, it's the same shit what happened with the katana devil. The fox devil talking about some, ooh, what did you put in my mouth? Oh, I'm leaving. Like, bro, you're useless. Y'all need to cut contracts with that bitch. She don't really be helping like that. I mean, I guess the bomb devil and the katana devil, like, they are pretty strong. But still, bro, come on, man. Anyways, head honcho hit her with that. She was like, oh, peace out. And then the bomb devil just get to going crazy. Aki, the angel devil, the shark fiend, and Denji in the backseat. They get to trying to drive off. She pull up with the captain and the head honcho's head in her hands. Talking about some, yo, I didn't even want to kill these niggas. I'm just trying to show you I mean business. And that's all I'm gonna say. The rest from there on, peak, bro. And I guess I'm gonna skip all of that. The meat and potatoes, basically. Skip to the end. The ending, I heard it made some people cry, and I'm not gonna lie, I low-key not almost there, but I could understand why. The ending was like, damn, like really, and I low-key want to say what it is. Damn, I've been recording for 22 minutes. That's how you know a nigga be yapping like that. But anyways, I'm gonna touch on it briefly. So I guess this is all just a spoiler warning. Go watch the movie, bro. Please. Before you watch this part, alright? Matter of fact, if you've been watching this far, you probably already watched the movie. Anyways, the ending. Basically, Denji beats Reze. He uses his chains to wrap them both up, throws them into the water. She can't really use her, exploding. Bro, legit, the first thing that came to my mind when Reze started cooking and she started chasing the Fiend and Denji, I was like, nigga, it's fucking Bakugo versus Denji. Ain't no goddamn bomb devil. This is Kachan Bakugo from MHA versus Denji. Loki's same type of movements and shit. Anyways, the ending. He uses his chains. Basically, they passed out underwater. I don't know how the fuck they got to safety. Probably the Shark Fiend. The Shark Fiend probably saved them. Reze and Denji, they wake up on the side of a beach. She wakes up in Denji's shirt. That just goes to show, like, this nigga still fucking cares about her, even though she legit tried to kill this man. I almost did too. She wakes up. She's like, yo, you one dumbass little nigga, man. Like, everything I did was just faking, bro. Like, I don't really fuck with you like that. I'm only doing this, so I can bring your heart to the gun devil. Like, you crazy as hell. Then you get to like, nah, bro, like, I really got feelings for you, yada, yada, yada. She gets to walking off. And he's like, yo, like, was it all fake? Like, please, like, yada. She runs back to him. I'm thinking they finna have an embrace. She goes in and kisses this nigga, right? She snaps his neck. I'm like, all right, fuck you, Reze, fuck you. She snaps his neck. He's laying down on the ground, still talking like, yo, like, I'll meet you at the coffee shop, please. Like, it can't all have been fake, like, because he's like, why didn't you kill me the first time you met me? Why did we go, on this date and then go to the school to do the swimming lesson and then, go to the festival together? Was like all of that truly just to kill me? Like, you could have killed me the first time you met me. And that kind of stuck with her, right? She walks off. Denji's like, yo, I'll meet you at the coffee shop. We can run away together. Next scene, he's packing up his book bag. He got money, he got food or whatever. He goes to the coffee shop with a bouquet of flowers. He's waiting there. And Reze's at the train station, right? She got her ticket in her hand. She finna leave, I guess, the city, the country. I don't know, because now everybody knows she's a bomb devil. But she doesn't go. The train passes, and she turns around, and she starts to walk. Then she starts to run to the coffee shop, because she's like, damn, I low-key kind of fuck with this nigga. And it's come to find out, like, she was basically, just a pawn. Like, she was solely doing this just for the gun devil. She didn't really want to kill this nigga Denji. And she low-key was developing some type of feelings. So, it's a coffee shop, right? And it's this alleyway. She gets right here. All she got to do is make it past this alleyway. It's a little street and then a coffee shop. She's walking. And then you see a whole bunch of rats start to, like, it's like a swarm, like a big swarm, like a cool 200, 300 rats. They crawl past her. They manifest into this thing in front of her. Guess who? Guess who? No, not the rat devil. Makima. I'm like, yeah, it's raps. It's raps. Yo, head cook, Reze. And she gets to talking to Reze. I low-key forgot what she said. It's like, it was this whole thing about like, oh, what do you prefer, the city mouse or the country mouse? And then Makima was like, oh, I think I'm actually quite fond of the country mouse, yada, yada, yada. And Reze's like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to fight this crazy bitch. So she goes to pull her chink out of nowhere. Boom! Arm get blasted off. I'm like, what the fuck? Makima got that? She dazed. She's like, oh fuck, I still got another arm though. She get to struggling, trying to move forward. Another boom. But this one is like a spear. Goes right through her heart. You look up, it's the angel devil. I'm like, nigga, you had this power this whole time. Why the fuck did you hold it back until now? Like when, you know what I'm saying, when she was chasing Denji and Aki in the car, you was in the car too. You didn't pull out none of these tricks. Anyways, Reze's, you know, she falls down. Makima picks her up, you know, got her in her arms and shit. Reze get to trying to pull one more time. Makima just grabs her hand. And, you know, she basically dies. She bleeds out. Right before being able to meet up with Denji. Denji was waiting there all day. And that part kind of was like, damn. Like, yes, she was a dickhead the entire, well, for the most part. But, like, she actually did low-key like Denji. Like, you know, the line that we seen in the trailer is like, oh, everybody's after my chainsaw heart. Who actually wants Denji's heart? Like, she low-key wanted his shit. And then she dies. Denji's waiting there all night. And she never shows up. And I was like, fuck. Now we get into the post-credit scene. Honestly, you don't gotta wait. You don't gotta wait for it. I'm not gonna lie. It's basically picks up with Denji. He's in the coffee shop. He's like, damn, where the fuck she at? The boss man is like, yo, she ain't here now. She ain't pulling up, bro. Just go on about your day. He's still waiting. You hear the door open. It's power. That's basically it. She's like, oh, such nice flowers. Relinquish them to me. You know, she be speaking like, you know. Then you get to eating on the flowers. She's like, oh no, give it to me. And that's it. Like, what type of post-credit scene was that? Like, that doesn't even tease anything to come, bro. But anyways, that was it, bro. Chainsaw Man Reze. A solid 8. You know, I skipped out a good chunk. Because I really do feel like you should watch it for yourself, bro. It's a good watch. But yeah, that'll be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to see my reaction to various pieces of content. I'll leave a link to the reaction channel down below. Make sure you check it out. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe. I'll also leave a link to the gaming channel. Check that out also. And yeah, y'all take it easy. Y'all stay safe. I'm going to see y'all next week. Well, tomorrow we go live.